What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today is Wednesday, which of course means it's time for another Western New York Wednesday here on the channel. And the beer review today once again comes from the Southern Tier Brewing Company, and they're out of Lakewood, New York, and this is their 2XHAZE. So they are calling this one a hazy, juicy double IPA. Comes in at 8.2% alcohol by volume, 20 IBUs at the time of review. This can is approximately 3 weeks old. So Southern Tier has released a new variety pack. It's called the 2X Factor. They have it here on the label as well. And it includes the OG 2X IPA, this beer, their 2X Citrus, which is basically a fruited double IPA. I believe it uses grapefruit and orange. And then they also did 2X Experimental, which is a West Coast style double IPA. Now, I did not pick up the variety pack. I only picked up a single of this, but if I do see the 2X Citrus and or the 2X Experimental, I will grab those and give them a review. I want to grab this one for obvious reasons. Now, 2X IPA I've had numerous times. I don't think I've reviewed that beer. I need to review it at some point. So I thought, you know what? We'll give this one a go. Now, for hops, they're using Citra and Mosaic, and they have a very simple malt bill. They're using 2-row pale and I believe oats, and that's it. So I'm here for it. Let's crack this one open and get in the glass, see what we got going on. So, you know, Southern Tier always bringing new stuff out, and I always enjoy trying it, and I like doing it for Western New York Wednesday, so here we are. Now, on the side of the can, or on the top of the can, they say, bold, juicy, tropical, hop flavor. Settle down. Okay, Southern Tier, just get it under control. We'll see. We'll see if that's the case. So, yeah, that plays the role of a hazy, has that really nice, like, orange, kind of just looks like an OJ in person. On camera, a little bit darker. In person, it looks like kind of a some pulp orange juice. Had about a finger of this bright white, somewhat creamy looking head. A little bit of a soap sudsy look to it. Dissipating a little bit. Opaque, you really can't see it. See through it. Murky and turbid. It's a good nose. Oh, that smells fucking awesome. Really, it does. So I think they said on their website that they dry hop this one 4 different days. Citra and Mosaic, and you can tell. Tons of, they say, bold, juicy, tropical fruit flavor. I don't know if that's going to show on camera at the top. Yeah, there's tropical and stone fruit. Tons, and I'm talking about maybe one of the most peach-forward beers I've had. Just tons of like peachy kind of stone fruit vibes. A little bit of like an apricot, mango, pineapple for sure. Oh, but then there's this nice, just generic kind of dank quality just hovering around the entire glass. But this is, so I'll just say it right now, as far as like hop forward beers go from Southern Tier, this is probably one of the most intense and fruity and juicy kind of notes that I've ever had in one of their hop forward beers. A little bit of like a doughy, bready, crackery malt base, like get a little bit of it, but man, oh, it's this. So if this was from a hype brewery, Southern Tier is not hype anymore, but let's just say this was from, I'm not going to say a specific brewery because I don't want to do that, but let's just say a hype brewery, right? Somebody that's known for producing hazies, and you smelled this, you'd be like, oh yeah, it's totally whatever brewery. This smells like a fucking great hazy. It does. It smells like a great double IPA. I hope the taste, because when it comes to dry hopping, a lot of times the nose does not carry over all the way. And I don't want to set myself up for disappointment from the nose. I feel like it's going to be not as good as the nose. A lot of times the taste doesn't carry over to a T. But this nose is fantastic. I'm going to get into it. Can't wait anymore. Anyway, cheers, everyone. Okay, so, yeah, nose was better. Here's the thing. The taste is still fucking pretty solid, pretty damn good, honestly. It's juicy, it's fruity. For a bigger brewery at this point, this is a pretty good hazy. I think this is where a beer from a brewery like this, kind of you can tell the difference between something like this and something from a hype brewery, or maybe a brewery that's known for upper echelon. Fuck it. I said I wasn't going to, but let's say other half. The difference between other half beer and this is body and mouthfeel. Body on this, 8.2%. It's lower side of medium, so 8.2%, it's thin. And the mouthfeel has more carbonation than you'd probably want out of this style. It doesn't have that soft, smooth, super creamy kind of feel. Body and mouthfeel are fine, They're solid, but this is where you separate it from another half. So body and mouthfeel are the one detriment to this beer. The taste, though, is still really fucking good. It is. Not going to sit here and bullshit you. There's more citrus in the taste, like straight on orange juice. Real bright orange juice at the front of the palate. After that, nice overripened peach, sweeter peach. Pineapple hits a little bit after that. On the back of the palate, there's a generic dank, earthy kind of vibe. I wouldn't even say dank. It was more dank in the nose. On the palate, it's more earthy and like grassy, or even like a... Yeah, we'll say earthy and grassy more than dank. Finishes semi-dry with a mild to moderate bitterness, more dryness than a bitter component. While it's a lot of juicy, sweeter citrus and stone fruits at the front of the palate, it dries out enough to balance it out. This is not too sweet. I don't think this is a beer you're going to drink and be like, oh, I can't drink the rest of that can, or I can't drink a couple cans of this. It's a very easy drinking beer. This is good. Again, I'm drinking this 3 weeks old, which when it comes to other tier like hop forward beers, unless I just pick them up right as they come out, it's rare to get like a relatively fresh beer. So 3 weeks old, this is drinking really well. By the time you see this review, this can will probably be almost a month old. I don't know how many batches they're doing, but I would advocate of obviously drinking it as soon as possible if you do pick up a can of this, because, excuse me, it's fucking drinking really well right now. So, 8.2% hides it extremely well. I can tell from the flavor, this is like a 7 to 7.5 at the very least. 8.2, I wouldn't say, so it hides it well. Yeah, I mean, a little bit warming in the chest, but like it's 8.2%. There's no astringency on the palate. There's nothing letting you know that this is a bigger beer on the palate other than, again, those juicy, fruity flavors, which is hard to do in like a sub 7% beer. So this is good. It's really good. But I think if the body and mouthfeel were a little bit better, this would get a higher rating. So the best I can do personally on 2XHAZE, their hazy, juicy double IPA from Southern Tier, one of their newest releases. I am going to give that a solid, I'm going to give it a high 4 out of 5 and go 4.1 out of 5. I think this is really good. If the body and mouthfeel are better, this would be 4.25, maybe 4.3, 4.35. That's how much I enjoy this one. I think the flavors are really nice. I think they did a hazy IPA proper outside of the body and mouthfeel. I think those are a little lacking, especially the mouthfeel, I think. And I don't want to speak for anybody out there, but I know for myself personally, if I pick up a hazy IPA, the mouthfeel is one of the things that kind of sells it on me. I want it to be super soft, smooth, and creamy. That's what I like. I want it to be carbonated, but I also want that nice creaminess and that the oat creams from other half, where it's just like you're drinking like a pillow or a cloud. Like that's what I want from a mouthfeel, and this is not providing that. But like the flavors, yeah, they've done a great job with it. So, price and availability, I have no idea on the price point on this one. Outside of that, I picked up a single can. It was like $2.09 or $2.19 or something. That variety pack, the 2X Factor, it's a 12-pack, I'd imagine. Probably $20, give or take a few bucks, depending on where you live. Probably less than $2 a can. So if you can get that for less than $2 a can, I would say check it out just for this beer. But if you find like individual, I'd imagine 6-packs of this, or even single cans, give it a go, especially if you like hazies and you like Southern Tier. Give it a go. I think you'll be surprised by it. Availability, wherever you see Southern Tier, you probably should see this, especially if you see a lot of their like seasonals or variety packs, you probably should see this one. So like I said, I'm probably going to pick up the 2X Citrus and the 2X Experimental if I can find single cans of them and give them a review. But I just wanted to get this one out because, again, a lot of people know their 2X IPA. This is a hazy version of that beer. Although, even though it's within the series or whatever, 2X IPA, way different ingredient list from the malt bill to the hop bill. It's completely different, which you expect, because hazy IPAs are not the same as old school American IPAs. Certainly not double IPAs. So not much more to say about this one. If you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. If you watch this review and you drink along, or you've had it and you're coming to watch the review, post in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it. I feel like a lot of you out there will eventually get your hands on this one. So yeah, not much more to say about it. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. Check back next Wednesday for another West New York Wednesday, where we're drinking a beer probably from the West New York area. I just don't know what. So till then, cheers.